Hello, everyone. I'm Matt Haas. This is Awesome Wood Things Live. Awesome Wood Things Live. I am so glad you are here. If you're watching, put a comment in the comment chat area. I will be able to see it and put your comment up on the screen. If you're watching this after the show's over, hashtag Team Replay. Team Replay. Let me know that you're out there. I'm going to showcase some art I made with the help of my laser engraver. I have an X-Tool S1 10-watt laser engraver machine, and I have been making all kinds of cool stuff. I'm not only going to show you what I've made, I'm going to go through the design process and tell you what went on in my head to make the design to ultimately create the finished piece. I think that's important. A lot of people show you how to do techniques. A lot of people show you, all kinds of stuff. This is the creative process that I'm going to take you through here. Now, several weeks ago, I created this piece of art. Obviously, this is Mario from Super Mario Brothers, and it is a three-dimensional piece of art. This is 4 layers of wood. There's a lip here around, and I think this turned out really well. Try it over here on the GoPro. I think this is maybe a little more color accurate, kind of. Well, I like this so much that I couldn't have Mario just be by himself. He needed some of his friends around him. So that's what I did. I now have Yoshi and Princess Peach. So he's got a girlfriend and he's got one of his best friends here, Yoshi. And it's the same size as the Mario. And again, 4 layers deep. And I'm going to walk you through the design process of how I created this art. And I even have a fail. There's a fail along the way. I'll tell you about what didn't work. Let's see who's watching live. We have Jaden here. He says, hello, everyone. Hi, Jaden. Also, Rich Vibes. Good evening, Matt. Yeah, he's talking about his intro music. Why does he get that music? Because he's a DJ. So he gets the DJ music. Do you like this? Aren't these cute? I think they're adorable. Now, if I was thinking corporate sales, I would have little name plaques that you could go on here, and it could say the name of your daughter or the name of your son, and these could go in bedrooms or something like that. But I wanted the art. Now, I do have all of this stuff available for free on the interwebs. So if you come over to my store, there's links to these in the video description. You can click one of the items, and you'll notice you also get the full character. But the full character doesn't exist because, I zoomed up on the character. But when you download this art from the interwebs, with no cost, there's no cost for this, you get the full character with it. Now, as part of the design process, I didn't just want to put the full character displayed on the wall. I wanted more. I wanted to surround the character with artwork from the Super Mario universe. So Yoshi comes out of these eggs. He hatches, So I put eggs on this, and she has some coins and some flowers that you see. And Mario has mushrooms and stars. And I also wanted the background to be interesting, but not overtake the main character. So you can see how these are all the same color pink in the background. Really, these are gold, and these are white, green, and red in the the video game. But I didn't want them true accurate, because that's not what I was going for. I wanted the character to take center stage, so to speak, on this. So that was one of my design considerations. And I wanted more than just the plain character, for sure. Also, another reason that I wanted to do this project is the nostalgia. Like, this stuff is nostalgic. Like, who can look at Yoshi and be in a bad mood? Like, it can't happen. So why not have stuff around you that puts you in a good mood, I say. Now, some other fun things about this process. The gray. Putting this gray on here is a very long process for a laser engraver, because the laser beam is very thin. It's like the width of a human hair. And if you need to color something in with the laser, it's got to slowly work itself down. To do an image 12 inches wide and 5 inches or so deep. Well, let's see exactly how much this is. Yeah, 5 by 10.5. 10.5 by 5. To get that laser to cover this whole distance over an hour. So you got to load up your wood, hit the go button, and then an hour later, it'll have this gray. Now, this is just for the gray, because it has to cover every single space from top to bottom. Now, when you're cutting out the outline, the laser just goes through the outline probably about as fast as my hand's drawing here. So it's, the outline's 3 minutes each, something like that. So you cut out the base, 3 minutes. You cut out this layer with these objects on it, about 3 minutes. Do the gray on the layer, an hour. Then, check this out. I think this is a nice touch here. Switch cameras, and I'll put myself on the screen. 1 second. Boop, there I am. You'll notice that here's the base, and then there's layer 1, and then there's a spacer layer here, and then there's the top layer, where the top layer has black and then yellow and the different colors. They're all separate pieces. I wanted the character to really stand up high off of this. So there is a whole extra piece of wood there that you can only see the sides of. And I think that's nice. You can kind of tell here as well. Base, layer 1, layer 2 spacer, and then layer 3 at the top, and layer 4 at the very, very bottom. Isn't that cool? And then the whole thing is framed in here, because you've got this distance here, kind of like a piece of wood that juts out, which I think is nice. Pretty cool, huh? Who else do we have here? David W. Ryan. Hi, David W. Ryan. How are you? Hope you're doing good this evening. This is the design process. Then, paint. Okay? Paint. How did I paint them? With tiny acrylic paint bottles in a carrier that I created myself with a drawer. I also have the files to that and the paints that I bought. So you could buy the same paints. Paints are like $18, and then buy the wood and cut that out yourself. Let me show you where that is. So if I come back to my store, and I think it's on page 2. So go to page 2. And where's it at? Oh, maybe there it is. There's this. And if you want these files, you can get these files. They're there for you. Come back to the home page and get the Yoshi art and the Princess Peach art. 0 cost. See, look at this. I've got 0 cost down here. Now, when you do go into the item itself and display just a single item, it will replace the 0 with a 1, kind of prompting you like, hey, you can pay more if you want. So you could say, move that up to like $5 and put that in the cart, then pay for it and check out. Or you can back it off to 0, add it to your cart, and then check out. It will go through $0. No credit card needed. You don't even have to put your credit card in. If you choose 0, obviously, if you put in a number, you'll have to go higher. Okay, I had a fail. Are you ready for the fail? Let's talk about the fail. Also, I do have the hype button active. You will get 1 hype press for every $1 donated through Super Chats here on the YouTubes. Hey, there's Hugh Demand. Hi, Hugh Demand. Also, the Super Chat lights behind me will light up with all Super Chats. If you're not on my email list, join my email list. I publish only a few items, woodworking items, every so often. You want to keep up on that. You don't want anything to slip through. You know how algorithms are. I can't pump it out fast enough for YouTube to, recommend me every single time, but you'll always get the email. So I got that going on. And Patreon too, if you want to support me on Patreon, patreon.com/awesomewoodthings. Want to send me something, that's my P.O. box. All right. Now, let's talk about my fail. I just got to come straight with everybody. When you own a laser engraver, there will be many, many fails as you start learning the process and as you use new materials. Just because you're an expert at a laser writer or a laser engraver, I'm thinking it's 1992, the laser writer, the printer. No. There's a lot of fails because even the materials will act differently. You've got to do a lot of testing. So I had some fails with this as well, and it has to do with the face. This was my first attempt at the face. Let me get this going here a little better. Okay. So that's the face that I ended up with. All right. This is what I originally got. And I don't know if you can really tell, but oh my. This is a very, very deep gouge where it was supposed to be black. I burned away too much of the wood, and I didn't want the outline of the eyes to be sunken in like that. So I redid this piece, and now this piece is also engraved, but really subtly. So the eyelashes, the eyebrows, the eyelashes, the nose, and the lips and the mouth, it's just drawn on with the laser engraver. And you can see that in the art files as well. So this is what it takes to pull something like this off. This is obviously the black top layer. And notice the eyes don't look right. Like, what's wrong with the eyes, Matt? Where's the facial features? Matt, you failed. No, this was just the whites of the eyes here. This is what got burned on with a very light, solid pass of the laser. The laser goes one pass at a time, the width of a human hair on down, and then it'll jump down here, and it'll go, and then it'll go like this, and then go like that, and get that done. So the top layer is actually 2 operations on the laser. Then this is just the spacer, okay? Just the spacer. Behind the spacer is the base art that needs to be cut out. And then that's the engraving on the base art. So again, you have to have the laser go through every line, the width of a human hair, back and forth, and then it cuts it out here. And then finally, the background layer. So layer 1, layer 2 has 2 operations, or I should say the fourth layer is the base. The third layer, the one on top of that, has 2 operations. This is the spacer 1, just a cut, and then an engrave and a cut. That's what you need. You need to pull that together. So you just can't go grabbing artwork off the internet and just press the button. It takes a lot of stuff to get going there. Oh, thank you, David W. Ryan. Smash the like button, he says. You better do what David W. Ryan says. I don't know why you should follow his advice, but you should. Look who's in the house. It's Mr. Dave Gatton. Hi, Dave. How are you, my friend? I am awesome. I hope you are awesome, too. He's calling me an awesome man. I appreciate that. Keep those compliments coming. My head might get so big I won't fit through the door. It's good to see you, Dave. Always good to see you. Yeah, I've got laser-assisted art that I made with acrylic paint, 4 layers. I did Mario quite some time ago, and now Mario has his girlfriend and his best bud. And I've got 3-dimensional art from Nintendo with all kinds of fun Nintendo sounds. Ooh. Here's also, this is another one that's going to soon appear. I have a background with dry Koopa in it. I'm gonna do a scene with bricks in the background, or like cobblestones in the background, and then there's going to be 3 dry Koopas on it, which I think is going to be nice. Actually, Dry Bones is the official name, but he is a Koopa, and dry means just the skeleton. So that one is in the works, and I have a couple other bad guys I'm going to do as well. I dig the layered stuff. Dude, I'm telling you, layered stuff just resonates with me as a maker. I've been doing it for a long time. I have Flossed in Paradise art behind the television. That's layered. A lot of my stuff is layered. These are layered. The Pac-Man fruits. Yeah, I love thinking in 3-dimensional. My biggest 3D thing was that right there, the Sharpie marker holder. I had to build it out in 3 dimensions, and I just used 2D Adobe Illustrator. It's kind of challenging. I didn't realize the frame is built into the design. That's clever. Yes, that's how I did it. I thought in 3 dimensions. I'm like, how's this supposed to look as it goes down through the thing? And when you download the art for free, I guide you with the instructions. Whoops. Sorry, I don't know why all those things are on screen. Yeah. Here you can, when you download this, you'll get a README file. And the README file will not only tell you how to put it together step by step, it'll also give you the materials, the exact materials I purchased. So I try and make it easy on people who download the stuff from the store. This is the 4th episode of Design Process. I hope you are liking this video format where I not only showcase the art that I create, but I also talk about the reasons why I've made the design choices. My hope is you'll let this information wash over you, and maybe you'll start thinking like this, and maybe your stuff will improve visually as you go forward. Because it's one thing to have a tool and be proficient in using it. You've got to put good stuff into the tool. That's what I'm hoping to do here, is show you how to make good stuff. Because as I mentioned, I could have just done the full character, but I didn't want the full character. Like, I could have just put this on my wall. Like, that looks great just by himself. And that's what you get on the internet. When you go to the internet, you buy something like this, or you download it. This is what you're going to get. I didn't want just that. Like, I wanted Yoshi in a fun environment and some cool 3D effects. So, I mean, that's kind of what I'm trying to come across. Oh, David. Yeah, it's a rabbit hole. I got to tell you, though, I own a lot of woodworking machines. A lot. I have the full traditional wood shop, table saw, bandsaw, planer, joiner, router table, sanders, all kinds of desktop sanders and oscillating spindle sanders, scroll saws, lathe, everything, chop saw, hand saw, circular saw, jigsaw, you name it. And I own a lot of robots too. I own 3D CNC carving machines, and I have CNC laser machines. But the laser itself, in my opinion, with my art and my skill set, stands above everything else. The spinning, spindle, milling, carving, CNC carving machine, that's a close second. Why? Because line art, solid shapes, that is my jam. I'm also an Adobe certified expert in the program Adobe Illustrator, and Adobe Illustrator creates line work that can give you this type of treatment. And so not only do I like the way line art looks artistically, I'm an expert in the program, and lasers work with line art. So do CNC milling machines. It's just perfect. My quality of life has increased since I got the laser. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that is a piece of playground equipment, not a tool. But if there was a tool named Seesaw, I'd probably own it. Battery died, but I'm back now. Yay. Glad you're here. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. All right, folks. Please drop a like on this video. I know it says Awesome Fun Things, and we're on Awesome Wood Things now, but please do so anyway. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And before you go, throw into your browser in a new tab, awesomewoodthings.com/email, and drop your name and your email address in that sucker. And let me occasionally send you cool stuff. I would appreciate it. People are like, I don't want any more emails. It's a light touch thing. My stuff only has awesome stuff in it. And doesn't cost you anything. It's free. I'm popping up all over the internet now. Last minute, too. My appearances on other people's channels has been skyrocketing, and I want to let everyone know last minute. That's also what these email lists can do. All right, I'm leaving it here. I have another YouTube channel called Awesome Fun Things. I stream Monday through Friday, 8:15 a.m. in the morning, and I just spend 10 or 15 minutes talking about the creative stuff I did the day before. It's kind of a cool show. It's really growing. Check me out over there, too. Otherwise, I'm always here on Awesome Wood Things, and I hope you enjoyed this. And go get the art for free. It's out there on the internet. No cost, zero cost. Go get it. And you can do whatever you want to with it. You could put it in the paper cutting machine, or you can just print it out, put it on your wall. Doesn't matter. Gotta go. Love you all. Take care. Bye.